Good morning, everybody. If anybody's even here, this is one of those spontaneous live. I was going to go to bed and I went to a place that usually is very calming and soothing. And I was very, very surprised when I was there that I was being judged. You know, it's kind of funny because I hear from one side I'm too Christian, and I hear from another side that I'm too New Age, and I'm not either. I follow Christ, and everybody who knows me or has heard my testimony knows that I follow Christ, and it's just, and it's not just the first time that something's been addressed over this past week and a half, you know, that things are going on. And now, I know a couple weeks ago, I let you guys know that I'm changing the format on interviews and things like that. And when people have experiences and authentic experiences are going on within them, I want to give them the platform to be able to share their experience. This doesn't mean that I share their belief structure or any of that. I actually prefer that people not impose their belief structure onto other people. I think that is a personal thing that we have within ourselves, that we need to make those choices within ourselves and one another. The literature is out there, the information. We've got a church on almost every block. So, and when we define, let's just, you know, with my background in Christianity, there's so many different types of Christianity that when you say you're a Christian, it's like, what kind? What type are you? Do you believe, you know, that the gifts are active? Do you believe that they're inactive? They died with the apostles. Do you believe in the rapture? Do you believe in the, you know, tribulation is going to be before the rapture, pre-trib, post-trib, mid-trib? There's so many different doctrines out there, so many different belief structures. To try to cookie cutter anybody into a belief structure under one banner is just about impossible. So I was very surprised that I've been accused of crystals, tarot card reading, reincarnation. Now, these are views of my guests that I've had on, and I do want everybody to show respect for people who are talking about authentic experiences that happen within them, because we find that when we're sharing our experiences, it brings peace to a lot of people in their heart, that they're not alone. And that is what this format is about. It is about sharing these wonderful experiences that we are all going through. And what I have found through the experiences that I've heard, that it's not a matter of, you know, what God are you worshiping. It's a matter of where's your heart, who are you following? Are you doing things in service to self? And these are the two questions I ask myself all the time. Is this in service to self, or is this in service to others? Is this person trying to scare me, or is this love-based? With just those two simple questions, I'm able to then make good discernment and decisions on, you know, whether or not I want to spend time with people. And I'm using more discernment on, you know, who I have. It was an open platform. I allowed anybody to contact me that was willing to come on and talk about what was going on with them. But what I found was there was some problems with some preachiness, or, you know, trying to preach to others, and with, you know, fear and things like that. And that is not what my platform is about. It is about this wonderful experience, this refinement period, I often call it, that we're all going through together. So I do have guests come on that share absolutely amazing testimony of things that they're going through. I cannot control everything that they say, but I am not going to argue and debate with somebody who has stepped up to share what they know so others can listen and grow. Oh my gosh. Wow, where did all you people come from? Good morning. We got Bella Lacron, the harmonizing fool. See, and let me read what you guys are saying. Good morning. Yes, good morning, guys. I really went to this channel, this other channel, thinking that, you know, it would be like a calm down channel and that I would go to sleep. I had no idea. I really did not have any idea that I was thoroughly being judged over there. You know, I came in after and I was like, and then it was brought up and they confronted and I was like, whoa. And I'm not bashing this person's platform. They can run their platform however they choose. But maybe I struck a chord that if I'm getting attention from other channels, whether it's good or bad, maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know. But okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, good morning. I'm having speech impediments. I'm a little tired. Harmonizing fool. Yes, we should be open and not judge anyone's choice. And that's another thing, you know, how can we judge somebody just by what we see on the screen? We don't know what's going on in their life. You know, until you like walk a mile in somebody's shoes and know what's going on with them, we shouldn't, even then, we don't have the right to judge one another. The only time we have the right is when we are forced to in a jury box and there's been a crime committed, and even then they have a right to a defense. And, you know, and can be found completely innocent. So, and that's kind of like, I look at it like mudslinging, you know, and in the Christian doctrine, which I was brought up with, you know, there's an accuser that's accusing the brethren day and night before the throne of God. So when we're accusing and judging and doing these things, what part are we playing in that? And I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, but you know what? That's okay. Don't mistake my loving heart for weakness. I'm strong in with who I follow and what I've learned and with my experiences. And I truly believe that other people are having authentic, genuine experiences that are willing to come on and share. And that's a huge step for a lot of people. It took me almost 18 years to start talking about all of these wonderful things that have been going on with me, but I'm going to tell you, at times it was frightening, you know, because of the doctrines that I had as a child. So it's a huge step for a lot of people to come forward and talk about this, and we need to have that space that where we can talk to each other, relate with one another, and let each other know it's okay. We're in this together. My channel is about unity in diversity. I see so much going on in so many different cultures that are similar to what is going on no matter what the religion, creed, or country is. And I try to bring forward that beauty. Like I said, does it mean I agree with 100% of what the guests say? No. But does that mean I'm going to disrespect the guest for stepping up and coming forward and telling their truth? No, absolutely not. We all are, we're on our narrow path. We're having our experience. We're going through our refinement period. Gifts are being opened up in each of us. It's a beautiful time to be alive. So I'm not going to allow somebody to try to create fear in me to make me follow them. And that's what I felt like, that I was being judged, and that I needed to do it their way, or I was in error. And that's not right. As a content creator, we have freedom of speech. Now, I want to tell you, it was in good balance. So there was a very nice lady on there that seemed to kind of, pick up on things. I don't know what was going on, because the other one I thought was my friend. So it's just interesting. I don't know if it's the subscriber jump or what's going on, but that was just one strange anomaly. And then another, I was able to see the truth, because as time passes, that's another gift that comes to us, is the truth. The truth is going to come out. It will reveal itself. Be patient, and in time the truth will come out. There's 19 of you guys up this early, but you guys are all over the world. So, and I'm telling you, I truly went to this channel to calm down. So, and ended up here live with you guys. Hi, Olivia. Bella Lacron. I love saying that name. There's a lot of great looks. Just follow your heart. You can't go wrong. That's true, Olivia. Luke, we learn new things daily. No one can say, I know, unless they are speaking their heart. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Had to dial it back a bit. LOL. I scared everyone. You scared everyone? How'd you scare everyone? Groot has eyeballs. Yeah, he was in there, so he heard me get the what for, I believe. Morning, dear. Saw a little of both sides, and I enjoyed standing in the gap. You're beloved, and everyone else have an amazing day. But we won't say where we were at, okay, Groot? We'll just keep that on the down low. It was just interesting to... like I said, I went there, I did a little promotional for a friend's channel who's telling his truth, his actual experiences of being in jail. And I just got done editing it, and I saw that this one was on. I was like, wow, somebody's live streaming. It's very calm, usually, over there. I'm very comfortable. So I was just, just popped on in, and everything was pretty comfortable, and then wham, I was like, what in the world just happened? Hi, Debbie Hazelton. Hang in there. Yeah, I am. And there was one of that comes over here that got caught a little bit in the crossfires, that's really not at a place right now that they're strong enough to stand for themselves, kind of still getting tossed to and fro. And my heart goes out to that person, and I feel for them for getting caught in the crosshairs on that. So I'm going to send him some extra energy, because I think he needs it, and love, prayers, and prayer and meditation. Meditation to me, let me give you guys my definition of meditation. If I'm constantly in prayer, I'm constantly talking. But meditation to me is where I'm listening. So if I stop and take a breath and listen for that still small voice, I can hear. But if I'm constantly in prayer and talking, then I'm not listening. So there's where that's my interpretation between prayer and meditation. We quiet ourselves down so we can hear what the Spirit has to say. Some people call it Holy Spirit. Some people call it higher self. Not into the labels, guys. I'm just not into the labels. And 8 here. 8 here? There's 8. It says 19. There's only 8? Okay. And she's saying hi today. Okay, I think I caught up. I'm trying to read the chat this time. I really am. Oh, hi, Seeker. I think I skipped. It rolled down to the bottom. Hello, Ringo. And Seeker's here. And so you guys all must have your bells rung, because this was like one of those last minute throw togethers. I want to tell you guys my background was designed and created by D&J Enterprises and donated to my channel for use, and they'll be doing some more beautiful backgrounds for me, and I appreciate it, and I accept it with gratitude. Hi Dawn222, Brooke, hello all. That's a good way to explain it. Yeah, that's one thing you'll notice is when people are not being truthful, their stories change all the time, because when you start to lie, then you start getting confused because you can't remember one lie that you put over another lie to another lie. I do not lie. I'll tell you exactly what's going on, and authentic is the only way that I can be, because that is in my character, and I'm not going to have people change my character to do things or lash out or react that are not heart-centered, because that would then put me into service to self, and that's not in service to others. It would benefit nobody by trying to hurt somebody else. There's no benefit in that. Let's see. Oh, Josie Flores, hello. And that's what sacred peeps. The sacred peepees? Don't make me laugh. Oh, I went to have your eyes open more. Go watch Alba Weiner here on YouTube. Okay, I'll check it out. And my mind is open, and I'm open to all things, but I use discernment with everything. I take what resonates and I chuck the rest. It took a while to get that discernment, and I have made some changes to the channel, as I'm not, it's not, that everybody can come on anymore. In the beginning, I thought, that was a good idea, showing unity and diversity in that manner. But now, looking at things, now I'm, a couple weeks ago, I've kind of pulled back the rails on that a little bit. And people that have experiences to share that I know we can all glean from and grow from, in my opinion, those are the ones that I'm going to have come on, because they enhance our experience and help us to grow without having fear, and keeping that unconditional love and forgiveness. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes. Oh my gosh. And I own up to them. That's just a part of life. I mean, we're here to learn. Another I was accused of is reincarnation. Now, I think that came up in the interview yesterday, but when I had my near-death experience, it was same life. It wasn't, I didn't see any other lives. I haven't seen any other lifetimes. So there's just to be clear on that. Now, if I do, of course, then my opinion on that will change, because I grow as I experience and expand. That's how it works with me. I experience it, and then I grow from it. I usually, I do. I have an experience, and when I have the experience, I go to seek and see if there's anybody else having these weird things. Like when the sparkles showed up on my hands, I was a little taken back by that. But, I put a video out, and lo and behold, several people came forward that they were having this very thing happening with them. And I do have a lady coming on and a gentleman coming on to talk about this very thing happening within them. I believe the female has been having this go on with her for a much longer period of time. But yeah, it's just interesting things that we're all going through. Let's see. Kate is here. Yeah, I love Kate. Kate is okay. Kate is good. Apology. It was Bella who just mentioned the women. Much love, everyone. Oh, okay. I agree. Double hate. Okay, you guys are just talking to each other. Under hypnosis, I saw what appeared to be a past life. So you've had that experience. That's amazing. And I'm not going to tell somebody that they didn't have an experience that they had. Who am I to tell somebody else what they've experienced and what they haven't? Who am I to tell somebody their walk with Christ? Who am I to tell anybody anything about what's going on within you? I don't have that right. All I'm here to do is share and grow with you guys. So I don't remember okay, Kate, right, Michelle. I don't remember past lives either. I've been told this is my first Earth incarnation. Interesting. And was that an inner voice that told you that, or did you hear that in prayer and answered a prayer through a meditation where, like I said, praying is talking, meditating is listening. If we're always talking, then how are we listening? Now, I know we're all dream workers. The instructions are sewed up in us while we sleep. And then we become aware of that. And then that's an anomaly in itself. And, with all these things happening and going on around us all the time, I had a guest come on who is absolutely just a wonderful gentleman. His name is Armor Up. And I truly believed he was Christian. Well, in one of the chat streams, he said he was not a Christian. Well, I got with him afterwards and asked him if he wanted me to remove that comment. And he said no, because he's not a Christian. He did come on the show and talked about, what his belief structure was. And I don't really think we got too much into why he didn't want to be called a Christian. But it has to do with how Christians, portray themselves nowadays is very judgmental, and so he kind of wanted to disassociate himself with that terminology. And I can see that. If you've got somebody that's, got a label that, that like a scarlet letter that they wear around their neck proudly, and they're sitting there needling and picking apart everybody, putting themselves in a higher elevated position than everybody else, then I don't want to be called a Christian either, because we are equals. We are equal, and we're coming into this awareness and this understanding of how God made us with all of these gifts within us. So I hope that makes it clear. So all new people that have come, my channel is, I bring people on that have amazing, wonderful testimony that, I think is beneficial to share with other people. It does not mean I share their views, but I am willing to open my mind. I'm willing to expand myself and my awareness to incorporate what they have to say, use the wisdom that they are putting out, and discern to take what resonates and leave the rest. And the other reason I have people come on is I may not resonate with everybody. And somebody could come on here that you resonate with that will help you along on your journey and enhance your growth better than I do. So therefore you can go and subscribe to them. Now, not everybody has a YouTube channel. Hopefully, someday soon, we will all have platforms where we're just sharing all of this with one another, and we can just go around and see what's going on with each of us, and it'll be amazing. That'd just be wonderful, you guys. I mean, I'm actually in a pretty good mood considering it was a judgmental attack, but at the same time was then put as like what do you call it, passive aggressive, where condescending and passive aggressive. But I can see through that stuff. I understand it, and I'm okay with it. I'm tough. I can handle it. Been going at this for been aware of this apparently since my daughter was in 3rd grade. I thought 2001, but apparently it was a little earlier than that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Don, can you share the time about your past lives? I think it was during the time of the crucifixion. Wow, I saw myself as a man without a shirt. My arms were out to my sides and I was strapped to something. We were outside and I was being whipped. Oh my gosh, did you see yourself as the Christ, like the Christ consciousness? Interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wow. Wowzy. Wow, wow, wow. Attacks ready us for the next situation. Yes, Olivia, Luke. Yeah. And you know what, though? I have to say, I must be doing something right. That they're taking the time and the energy to, attack or judge or whatever. I'm drawing some attention somehow. They always often say, like, with those magazines, like I used to watch, I used to look at that magazine In Touch, those gossip rags that us ladies like to read. And no publicity is bad publicity, right? I mean, whether they say good things or bad things. I mean, it's almost like bad publicity will bring more people over because it, raises their curiosity. Like, what's going on over there? That, oh my, that it deserves such attention. So, I'll take it as a blessing. And I am going to pray for them, and I am going to meditate and listen to see what kind of a response I get because I'm very well connected. It took me a long time to get the connection that I have. It's not something that you can, go through a drive-through and it's like a quick fix Happy Meal, It took me a long time to be able to understand, when things are coming in and out, and how to interpret it in the correct way. The interpretation was never incorrect from Spirit. It was my interpretation of it that was in error. And it took time for me to understand what is being said without putting my own prejudice, my own life experience, my own thought process over the message. I hope that makes sense. So, because I want everybody to come to this understanding within themselves that, first of all, if we want to think about it with the Christ consciousness, we are all living post-Christ, which means that Christ is within. People call it different things, but he is within us. And so therefore knocking and seeking, wakes up, and we raise that up within us, and then it starts reflecting out around us. It's actually a wonderful thing, so just be patient with ourselves, be kind with ourselves, be kind to one another, and those are the fruits that are actually, they are listed in the Bible, the fruits of the Spirit. But so is the one that's accusing the brethren is also listed in the Bible. So food for thought, guys, just saying. Hi, ascending to beings. Let me see, did I miss anybody's comment? Because I've just been on a rant. I just was, like I said, I was wanting to go to bed, and I just finished making that for a friend. But quietly, so he doesn't know that I made it, so that way, people could hear these amazing things that this man has been through, lived through, which the prison system in itself, I think, is cruelty. I think it is, we need to do something different than what that system is, but that's my opinion on it. And I just got finished making that, and I thought, okay, I'm going to wind down, and I just popped in a place. But I do believe in divine appointments. So I was there for a reason, and it was for the revealing. And, well, it got revealed all right. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Since it's just me, I actually can see the chat, which is nice. You guys are used to when I have a guest, I can't see the chat, so... Oh, Kate, you're so sweet. I love you very much too. Okay, Ringo, or I'm sorry, I put an N in there, Rigo. Yes, there was two other besides Jesus, but they were already there. Okay. Don, I thought many people were crucified during those times. Yeah, I think that was the method that the Romans used. But normally they didn't, use the whip them with the cat o' nine tails, or think that's what it's called, with the little hook things on it before crucifixion. Crucifixion was enough punishment. They didn't usually fleece them. Okay, so I made been crucified in this day that is fiction, but open the Bible and I had nightmares based in religion. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's literally a way of being, hard to teach. Yes, it really is. All we can do is show and lead by example, show the fruits that we have, stay stable, in balance, and then others will, because I'll tell you, I was tossed all over the place in the beginning because I didn't know what the heck was going on. But now that I've got good footing and more in balance, I'm able to respond with unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. So I know it's not going to happen really fast, but I have to say, since that Mandela effect in 2015-16, so many people are just like zip, 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 very, very quickly into this awakening process. Is pretty darn exciting. I mean, I just love it. I just love it. I remember being burned on it. Oh, Brooke, that's terrible. I had a dream when I was 3 that I climbed up a ladder and Jesus held me in his arms. I begged him to take me with him, but he said it wasn't my time yet, so I went to my mom crying. Oh. Did you, hey, Darla 222, did you feel that unconditional love, just an unconditional forgiveness just radiating off of him? It's just, oh, it's amazing. It's, somebody said amazing makes it sound like we're stuck in a maze. We're not stuck in a maze. It's just a word that I use. How about awesome? We'll use awesome. And also keep our shields up. Because we don't need protection. We just need to be putting our shields up so that way that, when these things come upon us, that we're shielding them away so they don't penetrate and come in and take root in us. So thank goodness I keep my shields up permanently, so I'm okay. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it was Jesus at the top of the ladder, but my mom tells me that she thinks it was by the way I described him. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You had a visitation when you were 3 years old. You probably almost fell off that ladder, Missy, and he caught ya. This is not your time. I hear the cross is an ancient sign of the oak tree. I agree. The harmonizing fool. Okay, let me read what he wrote. Okay, I was shown that the DNA ladder is Jacob's ladder, and all of history is coded into it. The memory passes through down the genetic material, so the Akashic records are written literally in us. Food for thought there. I'm liking that. That's good. Gives me something to think about. Yeah. And we're such a beautiful group of people, and I just was really shocked because the ones that we would think would be the loving, unconditionally loving and forgiving, are turning out to be the opposite. And then this group of wanting to see each other's experiences and take part in getting to know one another with our heart. With our heart. Oh my goodness. I love those number syncs. 93% battery at 933. You know me, Darla. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. I wanted to do I have this close by. I want to do my thank yous for my supporters. Thank you, Connie Graves. Thank you, D Mac. Thank you, J Camp. Thank you, J Mac. Thank you, Kate Wright. Thank you, Leera. Thank you, M Camp. Thank you, Pink Coffee. Thank you, Sharon Grantham. And a double thank you to Pink Coffee because she's also a PayPal supporter. I appreciate you guys, and it's helping push through to advance on the technology, learn the editing, and make things better and better for you guys. And this is something really interesting, you guys. I'm doing a series on sacred geometry, but here's the thing. It's just like with any experience that I have, as I'm coming across information on it, it's like, what? I already know this stuff. But I'm still using the source information that I'm using, and I always put everything in the description box. There's also something in my description box that also talks about, that I don't always share the opinions and views of my people that are coming on as guests, but for everybody to show respect. So, yeah, it's just, if they'd open the show more notes, they'd see that. And I am trying to not have preachy type people that would be in condemnation if you don't believe the way they believe, and that goes for any religion. I don't care which one it is. If you have condemnation because if somebody doesn't believe this in the same God or the same way in the same things, that's including myself, you guys. If you hear me telling you, if you don't follow and do things my way, that you're going to go to hell, I expect for you to call me out on that big time, because that is not the truth that I have found. And I'm trying to vet the guests a little better so we don't have to deal with that kind of guilt, fear-based things. We're sovereign beings, and we've been under a very oppressive system for a very long time. We're coming out of that, and we're learning to be sovereign beings, creative beings, and we're springing up into that freedom. And that's in scripture too. Those Christ, Jesus Christ, has set free are free indeed. Oh my gosh, there's so much truth to that. Whew. But we can tell which God people serve. I did a video called "Which God Are You Serving?" by the way they talk. You can tell if it's Old Testament God or New Testament God. If they're still under the blood sacrifice, bowing, scraping, follow these rules or else. Or is it unconditional love and forgiveness? Again, I'm not trying to bash. I'm going by my own experiences. I was under the Old Testament, bowing, scraping, sacrificing, do this, don't do that, top my head, rub my belly, hop on one foot, and carry loads that weren't even mine to carry. Been there, done that. I came out from underneath of that. So, if there's anything I could do to help anybody be freed from that kind of bondage, and it was bondage, I would like to help anybody that I possibly can to know how unique, sovereign, the divine spark that is within each and every single one of us. That's what my channel is about. And sharing those experiences that we're all having with each other. So that way we know we're just not going cuckoo. Because sometimes we feel like we're going cuckoo. At least I did for quite a while. I thought, oh my gosh, am I losing my mind? My husband and I questioned a lot of things that were going on. But then it was pointed out in scripture, again, the gifts of the Spirit. And those were the things that were manifesting up within me. So that settled me down for that time until, I had to, during this refinement period, I had to get out all of the the fear-based stuff, and the truth had to come in and rush in and take its place. So then I could grow up, even more and more. We are so much more than we've ever thought. And it doesn't matter what our avatar looks like that we're operating in. It doesn't matter. That has no bearing at all on, who you truly are. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Okay, let me read some more of what you guys are saying, and then I'm going to, you know what? I needed to do this. You guys have brought peace back to my heart, and I can actually go to sleep now. I love you guys so much, and you see how much we need each other. This is not a one-way thing here. We're in this together, and each and every one of us are just as important to, even growing this place. I mean, wow, if it wasn't for you guys, it just wouldn't be happening the way that it is. I'm humbled. Considering how camera shy and everything, you see I'm bigger on the screen now. I'm getting more comfortable in my own avatar, in my own skin, with my own voice. 'Cause I didn't like my voice. I mean, there was a lot of things I had to overcome. And then, wham, I got hit hard with what was there, 4 or 5 videos that had, 5 to almost 10,000 views on them, and it was like all within like a 2-week period. I was like, what? Yeah. And you guys are just amazing, and I can't do it without you. And that's why that promo, that we're gonna do that at the beginning of December when I come back from my trip, and I get all the tickets and everything caught up from when I'm gone, because I can't do this by myself. This platform is nothing without you guys. Absolutely nothing. So we're all in this together. So it's just a wonderful experience. And you guys are helping me to grow and expand and try things new that I would have never, ever dreamed of. And this all started because of that kid made me mad. Remember that David Hogg kid? Oh my gosh. I got so frustrated. I pulled my phone out and made a video and just dropped it on my YouTube channel. And then now here we are. Wow. Okay, let's see. Okay, so God was worshipped as a mother long ago, right? I don't know. I don't know about that. The harmonizing fool. I don't know. Aside from many, that is so interesting about Jacob's ladder. Yeah, I find that very interesting. I'm gonna look into that. That resonates. So yeah, and like I said, I take what resonates and discard the rest, and that resonated. Zinged me. You zinged me. It popped up on me. Hold on. Okay. Sleep well, Michelle. I will now. I will now. Thank you. Father and mother balanced in harmony. Yes, I do agree with that. Sophia. Yeah, if it was mother or father and one was lifted up above the other, then it wasn't in balance, right? Seems like that's what we're looking into here, is everything in balance. We also know that we are light and dark, and we always have a choice. Are we going to choose light? But let's not polarize, because when we polarize, then we gap ourselves from experiences. But like I said, with those 2 simple questions, if what I'm doing, if I'm going to go and have an experience, but my experience is at the expense of somebody else, well, then my experience is not good. And I use the example of hang gliding. But if I want to go hang gliding and it's just me and I want to hang glide and I want to just have that experience and it's not hurting anybody else, then yeah. So, simple little things And I do like to live by my golden rule. The one that I live by is to treat others as I would like to be treated. So I do, you know, use that rule in place too. So yeah, just some food for thought. Zing. Yes, you zinged me. You zinged me. Yes, genderless. Yes, yes. Yes, my thing is wanting to harmonize the poles of duality. I'm instinctively obsessed with lulz. I love both sides and most people. Yeah. I love all people. I just may not like what they do at all times. So, you know, and that happens. But I love them. I still love it because even though, people may not be aware, they're still doing these God-given gifts within them. They just aren't aware they're doing them. So, and we'll get more into that, in a later video. Kevin T, I don't think I said hello to you. Yeah, genderless, yes, but if you feel source, it is most definitely feminine. Well, yeah, probably because of that unconditional love. We've labeled that is a nurturing type. But, there are men that can love with their whole heart, that can radiate out unconditional love. So, but that's, in the duality, and I think that's why we are represented with male and female come together. They make one, balance, everything, the signs are all around us to look at on how we need to be in balance. Don't polarize on one side or the other. Don't make harsh judgments, but then again, use discernment. Don't go play in the freeway, but yeah, go hang gliding. You know what I'm saying? Everything we need to, like the scales of justice, we need to be blindfolded and they need to be even. So whether we can see or not, it should be balanced scales all the way around. These are bad babies, need to be handed to their mothers. Men are amazing. Yes. Yes, they are. My husband is absolutely amazing. Okay, I can't believe it's been 48 minutes already. My gosh, time flies. Thank you guys so much for being here for me. Thank you, and please continue to do that view count. I'm seeing some very strange anomalies. I'm going to do some research into another part of this equation that, has been brought to my attention. Actually, it's been brought to my attention for several months, but I never really thought about it. But now I'm thinking about it. So I'm going to start looking into something else, and I'll definitely present that to you guys too, as most of us are content creators, and this would affect us. And it's just, let everything be done in truth, in fairness, and in balance. People, you got to realize what you put out, you're going to get back. So be careful. And that's why we're told to keep our thoughts into captivity or take them into captivity. That's why we want to be kind. But then it becomes our nature. You don't want to hurt anybody else. Because you just that desire is gone. You see the limitless potential in people, and it's just wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful. Okay, you guys have been awesome. I enjoyed our conversation thoroughly. You guys will hear from me soon, I am sure. Have yourself a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you next time. I can't even talk anymore. I see you guys just really, I'm going to be able to go sleep like a baby. Peace. I love you.